In less than a week's time, I'm going to be here at Caldy Golf Club, teeing it up just over there on the first tee in regional open qualifying. The first time I've done regional qualifying for about 6 or 7 years. I'm trying to get myself prepared. I'm a little bit nervous, I am, but really the goal is to go out there and try and break 75. And actually, just speaking to the pro, around about level par qualifies. So you never know, you never know. So I've come down here for a bit of preparation. So far, you've seen me have a lesson with Dan Grieve, working on my short game, which has been really paying dividends. Let's hope that works out on the golf course today. I've switched driver to a more forgiving model. And today's episode is how I can manage my way around the golf course better. So I've jumped on the golf course. I'm actually playing the last 6 holes and I've enlisted the services of my good friend. And look how good he looks today.
Caddy bibs on.
James Robinson, former tour pro, played in the Open 2018, qualified through regional qualifying, then final qualifying to actually get in the Open. He achieved the dream that not many people do. You're playing the Open qualifying as well that day.
I am, yeah, doing it at Hesketh.
I did actually fancy it at Hesketh, but you put 2 options down and I actually got Caldy as my second option, which is fine. I've never played here before. This is the first time playing the golf course. I'm gonna get a practice round in before I play. But today, as you can see, James has very nicely put on this wonderful bib, which you actually brought yourself. I didn't ask you to. He's carrying my bag, because you're kind of gonna coach me, caddy me, mental advice. Anything you can help me with for these final 6 holes here at Caldy to help me play better. To improve I think sometimes I don't make the best decisions out on the golf course. Yeah,
agreed. So it's all about that patience. Last 6 holes are crucial because you've already got your score going. You've got to finish strong.
So let's set a scene. So imagine I'm level par right now. I've played the first 12 holes really well. I've got to play the last 6 holes in level par or better to try and qualify and break 75 and to potentially get through to the next round. So I've actually never ever played this golf course before, and you've only played it once many years ago.
I was a youngster.
But it's not so much about how we play in this golf course. This could apply to any golf course. It's more my mindset,
like
what I need to be thinking of. So we've got a par 4 here. It's actually a fairly long one, 439 yards, slight dogleg to the right. There's a couple of bunkers down there. When you're looking at a course planner like this, what are the main factors you're looking at? Is it bunkers, is it hazards, or is it where you actually want to land the ball?
Well, we can't actually see where we're going to be landing it yet, so we need to learn stuff when we get up there, but we also want to be hitting it into like the fattest part, or we kind of want to be taking the hazards out of play. Like we can't actually see the fairway here, so we don't actually visually know how tight it is. So we want to be like hitting into the wide part, but this hole with its length forces you really to hit driver. Hitting anything less than driver and you're going to be struggling with the second shot.
If I stay short of those bunkers, I'm going to have a 200-yard second shot in.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not an easy par 4 then, is it? When you're hitting over 200 yards in, so we're going to hit driver.
I like it. Because we've got to take the bunkers out of play, which driver will do. I'll carry those bunkers. I've been hitting a little fade at the moment. That's my stock driver shot I've been really, really working hard on. So if I can aim it almost at those bunkers, fade it off and then find the fairway that way.
Absolutely. Sounds like the perfect tee shot. Hold on, I'll get it, sir.
Thank you.
You're not used to this, are you?
No, I'm not. I've actually got a few also. I've not been particularly getting on with my 3-iron, my Wilson 3-iron in the set, just for whatever reason. So I've actually put a few longer iron options in the bag. We've got a Shrixon 3-iron, a Kirkland Signature 4-iron, and a P790 4-iron. Because even though the 4-irons, they're as strong as my 3-iron anyway that I had in the bag.
I think he's done it just to make it really heavy for me, to be honest.
So again, we'll dive into this a little bit more, but I obviously try and really visualise a good shot.
Yeah, visualisation is the first thing. Really
try and picture that shot. I kind of now have developed a little bit of a pre-shot routine where I'll have a couple of practice swings, I'll step up to it and I'll really kind of picture that in my mind. Anything else I need to be thinking of?
Aim small, miss small. So instead of looking at the whole area of the fairway, we want to be picking like a tree or a tree trunk, tree branch, something very small in the distance that's not going to move.
Okay.
And I'm trying to make a good solid swing at that.
Well, there's that tall, almost Christmas tree looking tree in the distance.
Bending to the right slightly.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Let's go on that.
Lovely swing. Exactly what you said. Finished exactly on the tree that you told me you were going to hit it on.
Literally
perfect.
Exactly what I said.
Nice work.
Thanks, pal. Why don't you just not do qualifying?
Coming back for you.
You just come and loop for me for the day.
You've got 178, playing 2 yards downhill, so 176.
Okay.
Still into the wind, yeah. Into off the left.
6 iron, really. I don't think I'd get there with 7. My 6 iron goes about 180.
And that flag looks pretty central in the green, so when you're looking at these types of shots, you want to be thinking like, where do I want it relative to that flag? Anything just peeling just right of it looks spot on, doesn't it?
Pin eye right. That wind's going to force it that way a bit anyway.
Yeah.
Left looks like it gets really in trouble with that out of bounds.
Yeah.
So yeah, just at the flag and just let it tail off into the middle.
Landing it on that out of bounds post behind.
I want to show everyone something quickly, and even you. I've done this recently. I've started marking my golf ball. I've actually started to draw a little smiley face on my ball to remember to stay happy. And sometimes I get a little bit down on myself. 6 iron?
6. I think 6 is perfect.
Just going to go straight at the flag and just let it peel.
So have you considered the slope of the fairway?
I don't enough. The ball's a little bit above my feet, which should make it obviously draw. And it's a little bit down the slope, so it'll come out a bit more squeezy.
Yeah.
But for me, that doesn't feel like it's enough to make a massive impact.
No.
Would you say?
Well, I feel like the wind slightly into off the left will counteract the slope.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to go just to that white post right behind the pin. Might be out of bounds.
Close.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Feels like I was almost trying to be too cautious with it. I was almost trying to guide it in there. Almost felt like I had too much club, but I didn't.
Yeah, the wind's strong enough for that club. Don't know if you felt like you were going to draw it off that slope a little bit.
Not massively. Right. Well, that was was very, 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 very close to the out of bounds. Pin eye though.
It's flag eye, right club. Absolutely. So we're going to need a lofted shot, aren't we?
Yeah, we have to go with like a pitching wedge or a 50 degree.
50 degree. Agreed. Go and have a walk up and have a look at your landing spot.
Is that what you
definitely
try to do almost all the time?
Yeah, you got to feel it because you're also feeling for how firm it would be as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
You want to see like the length of grass, like it's going to bounce on this and shoot forward easily, isn't it?
And then it's slightly uphill as it hits the green, but falling to the right.
I think the main thing here is giving yourself a chance of the par, isn't it? So anything landing here, going to kick forward. Shy on your landing spot. Tricky, isn't it?
I probably should have gone more into the bush.
Tough one.
Right, I have really, really, really been working on chipping this week after my lesson with Dan. But realistically now, this sounds like a daft question. Is as much as I want to chip it, is this a chip shot?
The only thing with a wedge is if you hit 10 wedges that land on the green, every bounce will be predictable, where it'll be a bit unpredictable what it's going to do through here. Like it only takes a little bounce at the start, and then the bouncing of the ball will take all the speed out of it going up the slope. So it's more predictable what it's going to do landing on the green.
I just don't know if I'm predictable enough to land it in the same spot though.
You just told me a short game's good.
It is, but
it starts with positivity.
All right, I'll chip it then. I would still stick with 50.
You've got to see the perfect shots. It's slightly left to right, isn't it?
Yeah. On the chipping green, you just saw me practicing. I had three shots and I chipped 2 of them in.
And then stiff to the third.
So I need to keep that mindset.
So you can chip. Very good.
But that's my fear.
What, hitting it slightly long?
That was a good chip.
It was a good chip.
But I think I could put it closer.
Should we try?
Yeah.
Practice round, isn't it?
Well, that's what,
That's what we're here for.
That, in my head, was a good chip. Would you agree?
It was a good chip. Slightly aggressive, but...
Slightly, but I've got now that putt coming back. But in my head, I've hit a good chip.
But because you've hit it slightly aggressive, we've got a little bit of a free read there going past.
Just out of interest, if I was to put it...
So the only good thing about the chip is we know the read coming back.
I know.
It's an unknown, that read, because we haven't seen it yet.
That's annoyed me because I genuinely feel
You were
like
trying to hold that, weren't you?
I just know, like, if I hit 10 of those shots,
yes.
that's the
average would be better.
worst I'm going to do in 10.
But exactly what I thought, it bounced up the slope, which took all the pace out of it.
That feels like the worst I'm ever going to do in 10 shots. Where this feels like it's one of the best shots I would have done out of 10.
I don't know, looking at your chipping, it's definitely improving. What we're seeing on this?
Right to left.
Well, we've just seen the read, haven't we? So
it's just on the right edge.
I'd agree.
Hit firm up the hill. These are going to be really important putts on next week because, I mean, this is for a bogey and this would be a disaster double if I've hit the fairway. So I need to make sure these drop in.
Yeah, these are the ones you need to work hard on. Solid.
Yeah, it's got to be committed on them ones. I've really got to read it and stay committed. So 13th hole, it's a 350-yard hole. There's 3 bunkers down the left side of the fairway. Quite simply, the fattest part of the fairway is there.
It's just short of the bunkers, exactly right, yeah.
And if I hit it there, I've got 100 yards in, which is the yardage I like.
It's perfect, really, isn't it?
It's like a 3-iron, really, isn't it?
Down off the right, the wind, so it's helping. Even though you're protected here, you still got to think of it.
I've got a few
Which 3
selections.
irons?
I'll try to trick someone first.
Okay,
really.
nice. So again, pick something as small as you can to aim at. It's almost focusing your mind on the small branch rather than the entire fairway.
Yeah, there's 2 trees kind of in the distance.
I see them, yeah, on the horizon.
Yeah, that's kind of like a bit more sparse.
Yeah, left one or right one?
Left one.
Left one. You did it on the exact tree that you said. Perfect.
Yeah, wasn't my finest strike, but it was a dead straight.
It was at it, wasn't it? 103 we've got.
So trying to land it 100.
Yeah, so
My full 56 goes 100.
well, we've got the wind helping us. So looking at that flag, it almost looks like it's got a bit of a false front, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we want to be landing it on the number and pretty much stopping it dead.
Land it 103.
Yeah, with spin, I would say, because you want to be hitting something high spin rather than anything coming in lower spin and lower flighted is going to hit that upslope by the looks of it.
Okay. So I mean, a full 56 carries for me 99 yards.
Well, I think that's the number because it's 103 flag.
Slightly
4
down
yards of
breeze.
help. I'd say that's the club.
And just pin high left.
Pin high left, yeah, it looks like it should kick slightly right.
Okay.
Very good.
Good
Perfect for distance, just pulled it.
Just, yeah.
15 foot, haven't you? Always nice to have a long walk with your putter after a green in reg.
Need more of them.
There you go. This is the caddy bib. It's where you put all your bits. Sandwiches.
James arrived this morning with a caddy bib and a tub of Sudocrem.
Yeah. Every caddy always has tees, balls, Bushnell, head covers, spare balls, and a bit of Sudocrem in the front pocket normally. Just in case. Oh, and a plaster.
And a plaster?
Yeah, just in case you get a blister.
Sorted my bag out recently. So I've got now Masters, obviously, Augusta, glove holder.
That's pretty smart.
You like that, don't you?
I've not got one of those.
Actually has in it. Hopefully I've not lost it.
Oh wow. You want to get that laminated. Keep it forever.
I've got that. And then also, let me show you this. So you like this. I'll put it back.
Oh, feel that.
I know, listen.
I wanted to feel the leather.
Don't get your grubby hands off it.
That's proper leather.
And actually now, finally got a little bag of groove cleaner.
Oh, that goes in the pocket.
Pen, pitchforks, quite literally probably 1,000 ball markers. We're going to go with Royal Lytham.
Nice.
Today.
Close to home. What do you feel in your feet?
Yeah, just going this way a tiny bit.
Yeah, looks that way where you stood.
And then quick look from the side, a little bit downhill.
So would you read it? You should be reading it from that side.
Oh, because it's
so you're on the low side, aren't you?
Yeah, good point. Yeah, down the hill, left to right.
What are you seeing? How much are you giving it?
I'm actually going to go just outside the cut by about maybe 3 inches.
Like it.
Happy with that?
Yep.
I've been really working on my putting pre-shot routine. Literally 2 putts, 3 putts looking at the hole, set up and then hit. It wasn't my best stroke.
Ended up behind the hole.
Yeah, it wasn't my best stroke, that. No harm done.
Solid.
Okay, 14th hole, 401 yards. There's a ditch here on the right, an actual water hazard.
290.
There's no real fat part of the fairway.
No, it's got like a weird ridge running through it.
It's ideal, it's at those bunkers and a little fade into the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, so 260 to it. So yeah, you're going to reach that, aren't you? Peel it off
It's
that.
only 100 yards from there.
Slightly into the wind, but yeah, I see driver all day. Generous looking down there, isn't it?
I'm gonna go at the second bunker and finish it on the what looks like a
bonsai tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi.
Fade on, fade off.
Yeah, wax on, wax off.
Yeah, that second bunker and then fade it onto that tree.
Like it. Great swing. Oh, just right of your bonsai.
Quite a bit short.
Good tee shot though.
Yeah.
Might have just ran out of that fairway. It's weird, isn't it, the way it's split?
But I
So it
thought
looks
I'd
like
actually,
it just ran out.
in my head I was carrying it over that ditch.
135 playing 1-3, so 135 it'll be playing.
Oh, it's not a great yardage for me, that. Because pitching wedge goes about 132 and 9-iron goes about 148.
Well, that's the club then, 148.
Yeah, just a little 9.
Green's facing towards us a little bit, so anything at it but just short of it, we've got an uphill putt. Looks like anything long of it, you're putting back down the
That
slope.
wind is strong.
Yeah.
It's going to hit a solid 9-iron at it.
Yep.
In between that tree trunk and the flag.
Absolutely. Love it.
Oh, I've got a bit pulley with my irons. Wow, that's really short.
Pretty short, yeah. This is very different to what we had before because there's a lot less green to work with and it's quick when it gets on the green now, isn't it? I think I know the club that you want to hit and I would hit the same.
You actually would?
Yeah, definitely.
Because for me, again, going back to that analogy, 5 chips and 5 putts from here, I genuinely think I'll get the 5.
I think 5 putts would get close on this one, yeah. Yeah, definitely. And the upslope is really, really smooth
yeah.
and no bumps to it. So I don't think it will bounce up that. I think it'll roll up it. You can almost treat it like this is the start of the green, can't you?
Exactly.
In your mind.
There's a couple of dots that's just left at a pin.
Yep, I see him. Left one or the right one.
Kind of go in between them.
Yeah?
Because I feel like it's going to fall off that. That's almost like my gateway.
Yeah, definitely. It's all about the pace, this one, isn't it? Get some good feel. Oh, look at that. A lot of swing on that, wasn't
If
there?
you actually look, I said between those dots, it's actually slightly left of those dots.
And it's just missed high, so
Yeah.
if that was the perfect pace, it probably would have gone in, wouldn't it? Solid.
It's definitely worth noting there's quite a lot of fall off areas around these greens, isn't
Yeah. So if you're too close to the edge of them, you are going to have some tricky chips. So middle of the green's good on a lot of these so far.
there? Okay. 1 over, through the 3. Be nice to pick up a birdie. I know the last hole's a par 5. This is an interesting question. How far does your brain allow you to go in a round of golf?
One shot.
Okay. That's not what mine
Well, I was literally about to say, why are we thinking about the last hole? But we're about to go and hit this tee shot.
I'm always thinking like, oh, what have we got? Like, I'm thinking 2 or 3 holes ahead. So next shot, that's it.
Next shot's the most important. That's the only one you can control. So to the tree that's really noticeable in the middle of the fairway, 286 to the branches on it.
Well, there's 4 bunkers down the right. So you either need to carry it 264 and clear everything and leave yourself under 50 yards in, or hit one between 220 and 250.
Yeah, you can't see this bunker. That bunker that you're seeing is that one. I'm zapping
Fine.
that. Yeah, it's 254. So that must be hidden, this one.
I like that 3-iron again.
Yeah.
And just keep it at that big tree that you mentioned.
Yeah, the trunk of that. So wind here is just down off the right. So you're going to try and play that little cut you on.
I don't know with the 3-iron. I feel like I'm much more confident at like aiming down the right side of the fairway and just drawing it back in.
Well, the wind's pushing it that way, so you just play with the wind then. Don't fight it. Just aim small, miss small. This fairway is like quite generous, isn't it? So it's pick something small.
Sit down.
It's okay. A little bit turny, but less semi. Doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, it's just made the second shot a bit longer in. Let me just hit one more. Let me just try and actually play that fade.
Have you got that ball?
I think I might put more back.
Or do you put it back? Yeah, try and hit that cutty one.
So
remember, it's only going to counteract it, that wind.
I think I've drawn it and the wind's...
Yes. Try and hold it on the wind. I think still the same aim point's good though. I prefer that shot. That's the one.
Well, that's that tree I was aiming at.
Yeah.
All right, well, we hit a good shot down the fairway is the practice ball, and then the real ball's just in the left rough, so we're going to play that one.
1-3-2. Playing 1-3-4, just a couple uphill. So, wind still into off the right, maybe.
It looks like longer than your
right.
friend here, though.
And that flag looks up the back, yeah. So,
like coming out of this lie, I can imagine this jumping a touch as well.
yeah, we need to anticipate it jumping slightly. It's not going to get a massive jumper. You won't get loads trapped between that, but...
So just again, just for more the audience, like a jumper out the rough is when you get grass trapped between the club head and the ball, and it just takes off the spin, so it doesn't get the friction.
So it goes much further carry, doesn't it?
I think a wedge.
So, yeah, the number you want to be hitting here is really 125. Seven short of that flag.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good shot. I mean, we'll learn more when we get up there, but it does look at the back, so 20 foot short here is good.
I'm going to stay right that flag.
Wind's going to push it a touch.
I just need to turn my body through. I feel like my body's not turning, my hands are just kind of taking over a little bit, so I need to turn the body a little bit more. And I'm going to go for... I've got a spot in a bush behind.
Hard to explain it.
Yeah. So I know what I'm going. I know what I'm going for, but it is tiny.
Difficult to see.
It was annoying because that was exactly on the line.
Yeah.
And the wind just moved it a lot more.
Definitely. It's just turned a bit more than you thought.
It keeps coming in gusts. Feels like sometimes it's not that strong, and then suddenly
It's all the trees protecting it. So you should be drawing a line at the start of the round across. If there's a course map on the course planner, yeah. So this, if it's accurate, what you should do at the start of the round is, so say you start on the first, you stand on the first tee, which is here, going this way, and you draw a big arrow going across the course, right across the page, whichever way the wind is. So then whichever hole you stood on, so say the first hole, just for argument's sake, it's into off the right, so we're drawing the arrow here. When we get to the 9th, say, and you can't feel it because you stood in the wind, out of the wind, in the trees, you can see that the wind will be like a particular direction. But you need to keep checking that it's not switched. But that, because like you stand there and it doesn't feel like any wind, but you look at your wind map and then it's hurling off the right.
Ah, that's a frustrating one. Can I see where it landed?
There, where your feet are, right. Just hit it over here. Or is that
it's there. It's landed there.
It's landed.
A couple of hops and then just ran on.
So it's landed at 132. Little long.
On such an easy hole, they're the little mistakes I just can't make.
But it's just getting that
Because
little...
now look at this, like, off the back. I mean, we can test the short game out, which is nice.
Lovely lie, number one.
What's frustrating me, I don't want to make bogeys on easy holes.
Yeah.
And this is an easy hole. Granted, I got a bit out of position off the tee, not horrendous. Hitting a wedge into a green, I can't be missing it.
But the only issue with that shot was you turned it on the wind,
Yeah.
and you've probably got that 7 extra yards carry, which we were playing for 125, and we pitched it at 132.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So it's just slightly gone on the wind, hasn't it?
Okay. All that matters is the next shot.
This is the most important shot you'll hit all day. What do you see? First of all, good lie.
It's a lovely lie. For the first time in a long time, I'm actually seeing a shot that lands on the green, which is good.
That's good, yeah.
Because normally I'm looking here. So I'm actually seeing a shot that lands on the green. That lie, I'm a little bit scared about. The club might go a bit underneath it.
I think you need that to get the soft landing now.
But I think with a plenty of loft and just landing it on that front edge, I quite like the look of this shot.
Let's do a good routine.
Walk up. If I literally land it there,
Yeah.
and it just falls off to the right slightly. This is what all the practice has been for. I just didn't quite take it far enough back. Chuck us another ball, James.
Would you not play that shot a bit like bigger swing,
Yeah.
more
what I mean.
height?
I didn't take it far enough back.
Yeah.
Ah,
You want to get it floating a bit more than that, don't you? Better flight to suit the shot.
let's go one more, James. Sorry.
Right.
It's just that confidence now of doing it. The lie was mega. I need to basically land it next to that first ball. Ah, Rick. Where's that come from?
So
I feel the thing that's scaring me on that for some reason is like I'm taking it back quite a long way and it feels a bit scary.
well, what would you feel about like setting up a bit more around like that?
Just open.
At low hands, a bit further away, wider stance, play more of like a soft lighted, long lazy swing. Like that.
Well, it's
That's how
definitely
I
better.
would play that shot. Much floatier, isn't it? Where you're almost trying to play like a chip shot with a 60 rather than a bit of a floatier one.
Look at all the lines. It's just need to really, mistakes will happen. I just don't want silly mistakes like that. Wedge shot. Okay, left to right. It's a salvage par. Oh, blasted it.
Probably good for line.
Blasted it through the pace. Blasted it through the line. Ah, they're the ones we can't afford. If we're going to miss greens, we've got to go up and down. Okay, couple of silly bogeys. One on the first, one on the last there. Downwind.
Downwind.
Finish it on that dead stump.
Yep, there's a trunk there. That's bang on. The middle of the fairway, isn't it? By the looks of it. So you're picking a start line that you're going to aim at and then cut it
see
onto
the tree
that.
that's just left of the green.
Yeah,
And then onto the stump.
like it.
Keep going. Didn't fade, did it?
Didn't cut. Squared the face up to the path, didn't you? Right, another one. Give it a go.
Yes, that might be a bit of trouble. What's that?
Anything, you're aiming a little bit straight there. So commit to that left aim and then work that face open. That's more like it. And then just hold that face open now. There you go. Trying. Prefer the aim on that one.
Yeah.
Makes you more committed to the fade then, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
1, 3, 4. Realistically, it's not going to spin out of there, is it? So
no. Downwind.
Downwind. We've got to be landing this at, I think, no more than like 115.
Yeah. And
it's going to trot up, isn't it?
Yeah. The lie is thick, but actually the grass is growing with the ball.
Yes, down grain.
Which is good. So it should pop out quite nicely. I am just going to go right side of that bunker, just to make sure I cover that bunker.
Yeah, and that's where the fat part of the green is, isn't it? So landing it around 115, and then it'll trundle up. Keep releasing. Came out a bit dead, that, didn't it? It come out the top of the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was sat up nicer than what it
got a bit more underneath
appeared.
it.
We'll play back with this shot as well. This was the second drive I hit.
1, 2, 4. Get a bit more spin out of that.
Yeah, still probably just trying to land it 120. Even less, do you think?
Less. James? I'd say like more like 110. That looked like it spun back. It's hit a slope, hasn't it?
These greens are hard to hit.
Yeah, they're all like upturned saucers, aren't they?
You've got to be landing in the right part.
Yeah, you've always got to be middle of the green. Smooth run up to the green.
Very smooth.
Downwind. What are you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling putter.
I think it's good. The surface before the green is good enough, isn't it? It's more than good enough. It's very smooth. Good fringe.
So would you chip this though, genuinely?
No, I would put this because I think the actual chip, you're landing it into an upslope, aren't you? So if it grabs, it doesn't trickle over that hill. I think it's easier to judge a putt over this distance, especially it being downwind as well.
Okay. I like it.
This is your bread and butter.
I might be better at chipping.
Not a bad putt, but let me talk to you about that. You didn't do the same routine that you've been doing.
Oh, really?
Where were your 3 practice strokes?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Took us.
Come on,
sorry.
full routine. Looking at the hole, 3 practice strokes. Please go in. Pace is good. This is below the hole.
It's better for pace.
Yeah, you look way better doing that. Way more confident, more relaxed.
So you'd keep the shaft back here?
Not really, no. I'd play it a bit more like slightly forward, yeah. Use the bounce lovely there. That was nice. Nice because it gets a bit of spin on the downslope, doesn't it?
Just none of that close, are they?
It's a tricky shot.
Is it?
It's slightly, because it's downwind over a ridge.
Right, I feel like I'm making a lot of, thanks pal, just a little silly mistakes we can iron out ahead of open qualifying. Learn a lot about this golf course that you just cannot miss greens.
What's your read?
It's fairly straight this, you know.
Yeah. Doesn't look like it's going to do much. It's a good putt. Bit too much pressure on that putt though, wasn't there?
Yeah. To be honest, that was the tee shot on it, really.
Yeah, tee shot put you in a bit of trouble.
And then
First putt was the killer though, wasn't it?
You
Not
know,
getting it close enough.
when you look from here as well, that's what I need to do. Like if I just, I'm going to play that shot again. If you actually look how much more downhill it is here.
At the end, yeah.
I didn't even really factor that
But
in.
if you're leaving a putt, you want this one, don't you? Kind of just past it rather than being short. That's the one. I think it was just a routine,
Yeah.
honestly.
Got
I'm
it.
exactly the same as you. If I don't do my 3 practice strokes over something like that, I generally don't hit a great putt. Routine's everything over that
And
distance.
just, to be honest, coming having a look.
Yeah,
Like I was lazy. Like I could have had a look at that. You learn so much more intel. Okay, 17th hole. The last time and the only time I've had a hole in one was on the 17th hole at Open qualifying. So
were you?
basically, maybe I'll just make it a trend.
Save it for
Either
Monday.
today or Monday.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
What am I hitting?
146, it's playing. We want to hit that number really, don't we?
9-9?
9-9 looks good.
It's a bit down breeze.
Down breeze off the left, so it's probably playing 141. So that's an easy 9 for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's certainly not a full one, or go beyond that flag.
Yeah, that's where I want to sit it.
Toes up, yeah. It's worth checking what they are.
Okay, let's take one close. Let's finish birdie. Par 3, par 5,
Just left of it.
just left of it.
Oh, that's money. Sit. Lovely shot. Very nice.
Thank you.
Exactly where you aimed.
Okay, let's knock the birdie in. We'll save the hole in one for Open qualifying.
Yeah, there's no point today. You're only buying me a beer.
Kind of goes that way and then comes back a little bit this way.
You sure of that? Come and have a look at this side here.
That goes a tiny bit that way. That goes a tiny bit that way.
What's the hole telling you? The way it's cut.
Like that way.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Definitely, as we stood here, this slips higher, isn't it? Let me stand there and you have a
That's
look at my
definitely telling
feet.
me it's going left.
That's it.
Which foot's lower?
I think it's flat.
Well, I'll play it just left and then.
You're right. Sorry, pal. Blame that on the
It's
caddy.
alright. Yeah, but I'm allowed for it though, to be honest.
Yeah.
That bunker on the left is 271 apparently.
Which one, the first?
It actually says there's only one. Oh no, there is two. The second one.
The second one is 227 to the lip of it.
Oh.
Is there 2 bunches of them?
No.
We off the back tee?
Yeah.
No, we're off yellows. Where's white?
Well, it is. There's what. It's off the same tee.
Huh?
That's yellow. That's white.
What? No,
Was that to the green?
217.
Sorry, that's to the green.
Yeah.
So 232 to get to that bunker.
Good job, haven't you? See, worth it. No, the run out straight down the middle of the fairway is 265.
Do you reckon I'm just landing it on that tree with the clear trunk?
Yes, yeah. Cutting it out off the light green trees onto that.
Bit healy.
Keep cutting. 265, run out on that line. I think that'll be fine.
Yeah, it was just a bit healy. Just go one more if you don't mind. Thanks. If that's the worst driver shot I hit.
But the good thing about that as you miss is the heel strike will fade, which is the shape you're going for anyway.
Yeah. Similar to that one, that was really healy.
Is that healy as well?
Might be in a bit more danger, that one.
Yeah.
One more.
Might open up. Go on. Shot.
Yeah.
Good.
Be interested to see if that's too much.
Yeah,
but
it's good to hit those shots in practice rounds so you can learn more. Because from here it looks good, but we don't fully know. But that's what practice rounds are for.
Sure are. It's not about shooting the score today, is it, James?
It's about learning the course.
Because I feel like today, I don't know, I've not just made a few silly mistakes. I think driving has been solid enough, my tee shots.
Yep, definitely driving it well.
So my irons, we're going to have a little check of the line angle when we get back in.
I think they're too upright for you, yeah.
And then short game just needs a little bit more work, a bit more better decision making.
I think the technique's there. I think you need to believe it's there now. And that's the bit that will give you the edge.
Yeah, and I feel like if I can start off the round with a nice early good chip, that'll help boost my confidence. Not that I want to rely on that, but
you should be getting that on the chipping green before you play. Just a bit of confidence before you go on that first tee. And it's then the way you prepare for it.
Putting, I think I can get my putting. I've not got the pace of the greens yet today. Obviously, I had 10 minutes before I went and played today just on the putting green, but
it's not enough really. You've been working hard on your long game and short game, haven't you?
Yeah, so I've hardly done any putting at the moment.
Got a week though.
Got a week.
Okay, we've got 248 playing 255. Look at this trap on the left. Trap on the left carries about 190. So anything between 200 and the flag is good.
How far would it be if I stayed short of those bunkers?
So
let's see what it is from that bunker.
Let's work this out.
It's like 65 yards.
190. From the lip of the bunker to the flag, you've got 60 yards. So you could have like a one.
I'm just
if
thinking
you hit it 170
with that out of bounds all down the right, and this kind of squeezy downhill lie.
Yep.
I feel like the right's very much in play. Wind off the left too.
Depends if you want to take those traps out on the left.
Don't need to go past them.
Okay.
So I think I'm better from 85 yards than I am from 40 yards.
Okay.
So if I kept it short of those traps,
you want to hit it,
wedge it on.
170 then.
Okay. Let's go 8 iron because it's going to come out hot from this lie anyway. My other two drives, as you can see there, you can see on the camera, they're just perfect on the right side of the fairway actually. I don't know if that would change my decision massively though.
Down there?
It might do.
Well, the good thing about being down there is you're hitting more away from the out of bounds. Here you're hitting towards it.
We'll go and hit one down there in a minute. So I'm just going to go at the trap on the right. Wind's going to bring it back into the fairway.
Yep, that trap's out of play, so it's a good aim line. Perfect. The birdie's still alive. The dream's still alive.
That's reached the bunkers.
I'm not sure. Certainly just right semi in it. Oh, you can just see the flag here. Very yardage. So you've got 226 from here, so 223, playing 224, 234. So it's playing 234 uphill with the uphill. So what are you hitting there?
I'm going to try the
4-iron.
The tailor-made one, yeah.
So wind's off the left. Want to be starting it almost on the drone and cutting it, don't you?
Yeah. It's not the normal
Yeah. That won't be there.
target line that people get to use. But yeah, at the drone with a little fade.
That was flushed. Push it straight on the
tiny
flag.
bit heavy. Just a touch heavy.
Straight at it.
Try and hit this one.
Straight at it.
That one's nice.
They're both at it, Rick.
I think that one's
For
really
accuracy, that's my favourite 3-iron.
Since I last had a little casual round with James, I've now introduced my wedge chart.
This is
With
good.
James's recommendation. So all my wedges, all my length of swings, and all my yardages. They're low shots.
Yep, I like that down arrow.
They're spinny shots.
Oh, nice. Little spinny thing.
I just noticed a little
Twirly bird.
little hurricane. 76.
76.
The only problem is down to that. I've not got many in the 70s. I don't know why. I just
Well,
didn't.
we've got a 76.
No.
No, so.
I might need to adjust it somehow.
Well, yeah, but this is just to give you a bit of a benchmark.
I mean, a 71 carry is not a bad shot, is it?
What's wrong with a little bit less than that? With your 56.
Head over shoulder. Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
So what about head to shoulder? Will
Yeah.
that go 76?
Yeah, it will. Well, we need to go a tiny bit less than that, don't we?
Yeah, but we need to pitch probably at like 74, don't we? 74. One bounce and stop. Distance is good.
Just didn't allow for a lot of wind there, did I?
No. Distance was good though.
Some serious break on this one.
Yeah, it's coming in up here, isn't it?
Yeah.
On this angle.
Okay.
Come on, let's roll it in.
That breaks.
Wowza.
I don't know if I could have gone
That is
far enough
sideways,
right.
isn't it? Big old slopey green.
I don't know how I could have gone far enough
Left to right
right
up
then.
here.
Up the hill, left to right.
Left to right, left edge.
This to break 75 to qualify
To win the open.
to basically win the open. Open one.
You've got to cry now.
Easy.
Get all emotional. You're in.
Thanks,
You've done
pal.
it.
Thanks,
well done,
pal.
pal.
I
Good
feel
luck.
thanks. I think I'm going to need it. There's areas to improve on. I feel like today I wasn't giving it like my whole energy because I felt like,
It's a lot of learning the course today.
yeah.
Right.
I'm just trying to understand, thanks pal, where I need to, my attention needs to get drawn to.
Well,
If anything, it's just
driving you
everything.
just need to maintain.
Yeah.
A little bit of tidying up the iron play. Short game just needs a little bit more. You believe in it, that it's going to work. And then a bit of pace putting and you're done.
Thanks pal, I
Cheers,
appreciate
pal.
that.
Good luck.
Let's do it.